Solo Leveling Season 1 complete recap. Let's get into the business. Sung Jin-woo, known as the world's weakest hunter, enters a dungeon gate with his friend Lee Joo-hee and other stronger hunters. After they defeat the boss, the gate unexpectedly reveals a second connected dungeon instead of collapsing. The party is evenly split on whether to proceed, with Jin-woo casting the deciding vote to explore the second dungeon. They find it eerily empty until reaching a large room filled with statues, which suddenly come alive and begin slaughtering the hunters. Jin-woo discovers that surviving the statues requires following specific rules. First, revere God. Second, praise God. And finally, prove your faith to God. As hunters fall one by one, Jin-woo and the party leader, Song Chi-yul, desperately work to decipher these survival instructions. When only Chi-yul, Joo-hee, and Jin-woo remain, Jin-woo urges Chi-yul to evacuate with Joo-hee while he holds the door. Alone and facing death, Jin-woo rages against his fate. Yet, at the moment of his death, he receives a message. He has completed a hidden quest and may become a player if he accepts. Jin-woo awakens 3 days later, wondering if the double dungeon was just a dream. Hunters Association investigators confirm it was real. Joo-hee is traumatized, and Chi-yul is retiring after losing his arm. They test Jin-woo for a rare second awakening, where hunters gain increased abilities, but the results are negative. Jin-woo then discovers a player message with daily goals and penalties for failure. After nearly dying in a penalty quest for missing the first day's goal, he begins completing his daily tasks. His rewards include stat bonuses and loot boxes, eventually yielding a special item, an instance dungeon key. Upon entering this instance, he faces a wolf monster more powerful than any opponent he's ever encountered before. Jin-woo defeats the wolf and gains a level. As more wolves appear, he progresses through the dungeon, growing stronger with each kill, before finally defeating the boss. Meanwhile, outside the instance, a dungeon break occurs. A dungeon break is when a dungeon isn't properly cleared, allowing monsters to escape into the real world. A golem emerges and proves invincible to the arriving hunters, including a traumatized Joo-hee. Fresh from his instance, Jin-woo arrives at the battle and hurls his broken sword at the golem boss, shattering its defenses and enabling the gathered hunters to defeat it. As he leaves, he suspects the golem must have already been wounded. Jin-woo joins C-rank hunter Hwang Dong-suk's pickup group to tackle a C-ranked insect dungeon. The contract states Jin-woo won't have to fight, but won't receive battle drops, a suspicious arrangement. Rounding out the 8-member requirement to enter the dungeon is first-timer D-rank Yoo Jin-ho, whose family wealth has equipped him with powerful gear. After defeating monster ants, they discover the dungeon boss, a giant sleeping spider in a chamber filled with valuable mana crystals. Jin-ho points out that since the crystals aren't battle drops, Jin-woo should receive a full share. In response, Dong-suk and his party reveal their true plan. They trap Jin-woo and Jin-ho in the boss room with the now awakened spider. Jin-woo prepares for battle. Jin-woo then defeats the boss, stunning Jin-ho. When Dong-suk's group returns, he tries forcing Jin-ho to kill Jin-woo, but Jin-ho refuses. Jin-woo receives a new quest: kill Dong-suk's group or die. Without a choice, he massacres them and leaves with Jin-ho, claiming the dungeon monsters killed the others. Jin-ho offers Jin-woo a building to help fulfill guild certification requirements, but he declines. Jin-woo notices his daily missions keep incrementing past the requirements, and upon maxing it out, he receives another instance key, this time to an S-rank dungeon offering a cure-all potion. Realizing it could heal his terminally ill mother, Jin-woo accepts the risk. His first challenge is a guardian Cerberus that nearly kills him multiple times before he finally prevails. His reward is a key to Cerberus's castle, which contains the potion ingredients. Knowing he's not strong enough to continue, he vows to return later. Meanwhile, the Hunters Association investigates Dong-suk's death after learning of the defeated dungeon boss. Dong-suk's younger brother, S-rank Dong-su, vows revenge against Jin-woo and Jin-ho. After visiting his comatose mother, Jin-woo resolves to grow stronger to obtain the healing ingredients. He accepts Jin-ho's request for help with dungeon runs for the creation of his guild. To meet C-rank dungeon party requirements, the Hunters Association assembles a team. The double dungeon survivors, Jin-woo, Chi-yul, Ju-hee, Kim Sang-sik, and Kang Jung-ho, plus several imprisoned hunters serving reduced sentences under B-rank Kang Tae-shik's supervision. In the dungeon, the group splits at a three-way junction. Kang uses this opportunity to murder the prisoners at their victim's father's request. When Jung-ho and Sang-sik stumble upon the scene, Kang kills them to hide his crime. Jin-woo, Ju-hee, and Chi-yul rush back to confront Kang, where Jin-woo reveals his new power to defeat him. In the aftermath, Chi-yul gratefully covers for Jin-woo. That night, Ju-hee asks Jin-woo if he remembers, showing him a small essence stone. Ju-hee announces her retirement as a hunter, inviting Jin-woo to visit her hometown. Jin-ho purchases rights to multiple C-rank dungeons, using low-ranked hunters to meet entry requirements while he and Jin-woo handle the clearing. The White Tiger Guild's recruiting manager recognizes Jin-woo's name and deduces his reawakening, but fails to recruit him. Jin-woo then receives notice of a job change quest, having met the level requirement. Accepting the job change quest, Jin-woo teleports to a massive castle. After battling through waves of familiar enemies, knights, assassins, and mages, he faces Igris, the blood-red knight commander. Despite Igris' superior power, Jin-woo barely manages to defeat him. The real quest then begins, unleashing an endless horde of previously encountered monsters. Meanwhile, Korea's S-rank hunters gather and head to Jeju Island, the site of a past S-rank dungeon break. Facing the overwhelming horde, Jin-woo nearly loses hope before steeling himself to continue. When the daily quest timer expires, he uses the penalty zone to recover and prepare. Returning to the castle, he successfully defeats the horde, earning the title Shadow Monarch and the power to raise the dead as his shadow army. Meanwhile, the S-rank hunters make a terrifying discovery. Jeju Island's S-rank monsters have evolved and threaten to spread to the mainland. Now that you remember everything you need to know, go and enjoy Season 2. Peace!